Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and this coming up school year I'm going to be homeschooling my triplet nephews who are 4 years old a couple of days a week, and I wanted to have something in our homeschool space that I never had for my own children, and that is the Grimm's rainbow. Now I did end up buying it when my youngest was about 9 or 10 years old, and she never actually played with it because she was too old at that point, but this is that rainbow. It is the Grimm's rainbow, and it is thick and beautiful, and the colors are vibrant and lovely, and it is so durable as well. And we don't just use it as a rainbow, you can stack it in different ways. But I did want to have one of these in our homeschool space, which will be different. We're going to be homeschooling in a different part of our home, and that's because our current schoolroom grew with us over the years and suited our needs as the children got older into middle school and junior high. So it's not really a space that's oriented for the children. So we have a different space in our home that is going to be hopefully just right for them. But as this is the rainbow that I bought for my daughter, I didn't want to use this one necessarily. And so I went on Facebook Marketplace to see if I could find something that would be suitable, a suitable alternative, because I had seen them before. And I did find one actually, and it was only $20. Now the Grimm's rainbow is over $100. I've seen it for between $80 and $115, and I did spend a lot for this one. So I found one on Facebook Marketplace for $20, which was amazing. But before I was able to purchase it, it got given away to a family member of that seller. And so then I went online and I looked at another vendor, and I found one that was in a pastel rainbow color, and that one was $37. And I thought, well, it's more than the 20, but definitely less than the 115. And the colors are really beautiful, but that one also got sold before I was able to purchase it. So I actually decided to do something different, and I purchased plain rainbows that are unpainted. They're just natural wood by woodpeckercrafts.com. So this is my first time unboxing this product, and I hope that it meets my expectations. But before I actually received this item, I actually found a rainbow on Facebook Marketplace for $10. So I got this one for $10, which is an amazing deal, but it is very different from the Grimm's rainbow. So I thought I would share with you the difference between them. The main difference is the size of the arches. These ones are a lot thinner, and I don't know whether that's a positive or negative. I think actually it has both benefits, whether you're doing the thinner ones or the thicker ones. And again, you're supposed to be using these in a lot of different ways, and that's one of the reasons why I like the natural rainbow, because it invites more of that creative imagination. When you're seeing it like this, you might just use it more as a rainbow. But these ones are much, much larger. If you look at the largest rainbow for this one, you can see how much larger it is than this one. It is substantially heavier as well. And if you're using this with younger children, say even toddlers or 4 or 5-year-olds, it might be easier to have the lighter weight ones. And then you can do all kinds of designs with this. So these arches can be stacked as well. That's one of the nice things about a toy such as this, is that you can do all kinds of creative things with it that don't necessarily have to be a rainbow. This can become a cave or a home or a dwelling for the children's creative and imaginative play. I do think that the natural colors are going to invite a different kind of imagination, And I was thinking that it would be really beautiful to have colors that actually either match a season or match a particular environment. So we are in Southern California, so we do have some dry weather for a lot of the year, but it's so beautiful and sunny the majority of the time. And if we just travel a little bit east, you get into the desert. And I thought it would be so beautiful to have rainbows in these beautiful rust and orange and red colors and browns and tans. And I thought that would be a really nice way to invite that aspect of the environment into the play. Okay, so I ended up getting one for 10, which was such a steal. And of course I have my original Grimm's, which was not a steal, but it is very beautiful, very durable, and still invites a lot of creative imagination. But let's take a look at the items, and I don't remember everything that I got from Woodpeckers. However, I do know that the more you buy, the cheaper the item is. And so I ended up buying 3 rainbows, which I believe brought the price down to about $32 per rainbow. So that's also a really great price. And they are natural, which can mean that you can either leave them that way or paint them. And I'm going to show you the paints that we're going to use. Okay. Here are the rainbows, and it's definitely smaller than the Grimm's. Actually, did I buy, oh, you know what? Maybe this is all I bought. I really thought that I had purchased some other items, but I guess this is all I got, which is completely fine. They had a lot of wooden toys or items, things that are like peg dolls or little trees or mushrooms, things like that, that you could paint or just leave plain and unfinished. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I'm so impressed. Okay, let's just do... And so I got 3 of them, and I got 3 of them because I definitely wanted to keep one of them plain, and I really love the pastel one that I saw online, so I was thinking of doing one like that, and I really wanted to do one in desert colors. And so let's just take a look at the other ones. So beautiful, and you can even see that wood grain travel across the arches. And then let's take a look at the last one. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and actually let me open up the other one and let's compare them, because if it has a finish on it, because it looks so kind of it doesn't seem rough and porous. It seems like they're finished with some kind of beeswax or sealant. So let's go ahead and open this up very carefully so that we don't scratch this. That's really nice. Oh, that's really nice. Actually, that must have just been the plastic. So they're smooth, but they're not finished. For a moment, it seemed like maybe they were, but that must have just been the plastic. So I think these will take the paint really well. And let's just do a comparison between this one and the one that I got from Facebook Marketplace. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I feel like they're like they're not exactly, but they're really close to the same size. And then for comparison, let's pull out the Grimm's one again. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And also the colors are in a different order, with the purple being on the very outside arch, and for the other one we have red on the outside arch. Okay, so to paint these, this is so lovely. These are so nice. So to paint them, I plan on using either the Lyra watercolor paints or the Stockmar watercolor paints. And I do believe these are safe for children, but we do really want to be careful about children putting these painted objects in their mouth. And so if your children are still doing that, then I would still, even if they're safe, I would be cautious about using paint. I would just leave them natural, or make sure that you have something that's been approved for very young children. But otherwise, I plan on painting these. I think I might have to mix some colors to get those warm, like terracotta colors. And then to seal it, I will use the 3 Beautiful Bees Lemon Lavender Beeswax Polish. And this will give it that nice scent and nice seal as well. And I think it will really enhance the colors beautifully. So I'm so excited. However, I actually don't think I'm going to do this before we start our preschool kindergarten. I think this is something that the kids are going to do, because I learned that kindergarten represents life. And so rather than me trying to get everything organized and set up before my triplet nephews arrive, I think what I'm going to do is leave the space slightly unfinished, although I'm not sure. It might be really nice for the space to be done so that it can receive them in a way. So I might have to consider that. Maybe I'll have this finished rainbow in the space, and then together we work on this one. And they could each choose one arch, and they could paint it in a color. Probably, I think one solid color is going to be better than just having them go at it. And I'll probably just select certain colors for them, whether we're doing the pastel rainbow, I don't think we need another regular rainbow, or that desert inspired rainbow color. And if you're concerned about them having full autonomy over their creativity, they certainly will have that opportunity. However, for a project like this that they're going to be helping me do to set up the space, I would probably just give them one arch. And then what's really great about these colors, and we can do this with the Stockmar pan paints as well, and I don't think I will use the paints that are used for wet on wet watercoloring. I think this is going to be a better option because these are slightly opaque. But what I'll do is pop this out and just give them the one to work on, and then have them just paint the entire arch just in that one color. And when they get done with that, they can do another one. And let's see if that's something that they will actually enjoy doing and want to do, because they might not. We'll have to see. But along with my 4-year-old triplet nephews, their older brother, who's 10, will be joining us, and I think that he's going to enjoy. I'm hoping he's going to enjoy doing some of the projects that need a little bit more of an adult to help with, or someone who's a little bit older who can do some of the things that might be a little bit more difficult for the younger children, which is completely in line with having a kindergarten that mimics real life, because we want the kindergarten environment to be as close to a home environment as possible. And being that this actually is going to be in my home, it's going to be that much easier to do our cooking, our cleaning, our gardening, our fabric dyeing, and of course all of the play that we're going to do in an environment that is literally a home. I hope that you enjoyed this haul. Don't forget to check out the blog post that accompanies this video, where you can see the progress of how we're painting these rainbows. The link to that blog post is in the description box below. And if you'd like to see how we're homeschooling on a daily basis, you can find me on my website at pepperandpine.com.